Well, good evening, YouTube, and welcome to another episode of the Albino Rhino Beer Review. Today, I have the Rhino, and we're looking at a beer from Edmonton, Alberta. This is Sea Change Brewing, and it is vegan friendly. It says keep cold, drink fresh. It says crush beers, not dreams. And this is their The Wolf Hazy Pale Ale. Ooh, The Wolf. It was a Duran Duran song, wasn't it? Hungry like the wolf. Okay, so Sea Change has been a brewery that has had, and again, 5.5% alcohol by volume. Made in Alberta, we already know that, we said. Established in 2017. So they didn't have a lot of time to build their clientele and their support network before COVID hit. I know people don't like when you talk about COVID, but let's be honest, right? How many of the newer breweries really suffered from that? And if you think about it, probably a lot. There were some breweries that opened up in 2019 that aren't around anymore, and it's because the pandemic folded them. A lot of the breweries that did well were the ones that well, actually, there's the weird thing, right? You did really well in one of two ways. You were either fairly new, but were in a geologically sparse place for breweries, so you had a lot of local support that would go and buy your beer, because what else did you have to do but drink? Or you were really well established and were able to get your beer out in a lot of places, were able to do online shopping and stuff like that, curbside pickup, deliveries, all that shit. Because the ones that it hurt the most were the ones that really badly relied on licensees. There is a lot that folded because of that, and there's a lot that, as of now, are still struggling because relying on the licensees for so long really hurt when the licensees couldn't be open. So it's kind of interesting to me to think about that, and I don't think about that all the time when I do these reviews. I'm like, hey, it's a beer. But sometimes I see the date and I'm like, ooh. Especially when you're in a place that had a lot of breweries. Like Edmonton has a fair deal from what I've been told. Calgary has a fair deal. So some of the ones in Calgary that opened in 2018, 2019, it's kind of one of those things, right? Hey, I got asked recently if I closed on that brewery in Lumsden, and no, I did not close on the brewery in Lumsden. Maybe a better offer will go in at one point. Maybe a worse offer will go in at one point. Who knows? I don't know. I don't know how that would go. Ooh, it is hazy. It's not as hazy as some hazy IPAs, but that's a nice golden color, hazy, bright white head, nice snap, crackle, and pop. It looks good, it does. Okay, it got a lot hazier as we got to the bottom of the can. Okay, let's just put that off to the side for right now. We'll sniff her from the can first. Ooh. So this one's weird, because I get orange. I get a lot of orange. A lot of orange. Mandarin orange is really what I'm picking up. A lot of passion fruit. A little bit of guava. But with all three of those fruits comes a little bit of potpourri and a little bit of those seashell and starfish soaps that your grandmother would have had if you're in your mid 30s to mid 40s. Basically, if your grandmother is close to, well, between like 75 and 85, she probably had those damn soaps, and you weren't allowed to use them, but you know the smell of them. And a little bit of potpourri, at least not patchouli, but a little bit of potpourri, and then guava, passion fruit, and orange. The wolf don't smell bad. Okay, I know it's not the type of glass that really adds to the scent, but I should be able to smell something. And I really don't. That's okay. Cheers, let's go at her. Oh. That's not bad. Orange, passion fruit, a bit of pineapple, a bit of grapefruit peel, and a bit of like floral note, almost chrysanthemum tea, right at the back, which is adding to this bitterness right at the back of the palate. It's making it very Moorish though, because it's very juicy up at the forefront, and then that bitterness hits the back, but neither of the flavors are overpowering. It's only 5.5% alcohol, so it's a nice subtle ABV. Oh, excuse me. I was gonna say it has lower carbonation, but that was a good one. My furnace is turning on. Oh, never mind. It was just the pump. I gotta put some Javex in that pump and make sure there's no buildup of sludge. It's an interestingly nice beer. Like, it really is. I didn't know what I expected from them. I've liked a lot of what I got from them, but I didn't know what to expect. And I'm actually a fan of this. Excuse me. That's good beer. It's very good beer. Yeah, there's not much more to say about the flavor. The flavor's there. It is a full-bodied beer. And again, it's sweet on the forefront, sweet and fruity. And then the bitterness is on the back, but the bitterness goes away rather quickly. I don't remember if I sent a can of this to Brian or I sent a can of this to Chris. I know I sent a can to one of the two. Excuse me. But that's a fairly solid beer. So my wife made red Thai curry tonight. It was her first time ever making it. She made it so that she could have it for lunch tomorrow. And She made enough to have like 4 servings of it. She had a serving. There was a serving for me for lunch. And I have my serving upstairs. She has her serving upstairs. But I ate 2 servings tonight. So that burp I just had tasted like the beer and Thai red curry. And I still taste the Thai red curry in my mouth. So let's see here. Oh, that does exactly what it's supposed to do, and it mingles with the flavors. It accentuates everything, but it clears the palate. Oh, so this is a food pairing pale ale too. Oh, you don't get that all the time. A lot of times the hoppiness can overpower the palate, and this one is so well balanced that it doesn't, and I really like that. That's getting an 8 out of 10. I really like that. So that was Sea Change Brewing's The Wolf. Thank you guys. Bye.